The puzzles don't necessarily seem, I don't want to say fair.
That didn't crush him.
Ah!
It's still moving.
Hey, get this off me. Pardon me,
I
little
feel like
boy.
that's what Luna would look like if
Is this your anvil?
If I put like a bow on her.
Alright, we're back here with a boy and his blob.
And in fitting nature, our neighbors are actually doing a lot of yard work. So, you're going to hear some weed whackers and mowers and jet engines or whatever they're using out there.
It's alright, it's alright. We're just gonna try to solve this puzzle correctly this time.
Oh my gosh. We can do it.
So here's a question I have for you.
Okay.
On your off time, would you ever find yourself playing this game?
No.
And why?
Because
Because keep in mind, you wouldn't be recording.
Yeah.
You could play it at your own leisure.
So I don't think I would play it mainly because A, I've seen it.
Okay.
And B, I don't think I would enjoy the precision.
Mm-hmm.
So like it requires a lot of precision.
Yeah.
And it's not very forgiving in that sense where like, yes, there are checkpoints and things and like some things are nice and then other things I'm just like, I don't think I'd like that very much.
Okay.
So it's like, I fall a lot. I am not
gotcha.
exact. And it's like the fact that I would die so
When you
much.
fall, yeah.
It goes into, I believe we were talking about it in,
Easy does it, Blob.
the-
He's like, oh, a bean! Give me a bean! Give me a bean!
we were talking about it in the last story, whereas I don't necessarily like doing the same exact thing over and over and
Yeah.
over and over and all the failure. Like, I don't like to fail and I don't like to lose. So
Right.
I don't know that this game would be the best option. I feel
Okay.
like I would play it in a sitting,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think it's a game that I would want to complete.
So this is how we do it. We hide in the cannon and just let him go on. But bye.
Yeah.
He was like, ka-donk, 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 ka-donk.
um,
Okay, so now he's here. I don't want to screw this up because then I have to solve the puzzle again. Quiet on the set. Turn your lawnmower off. I need to focus. It's pre-recorded, asshole. Touche.
it's pre-recorded.
Oh god, oh god, oh god.
Oh no.
Up,
Oh
up,
no.
up, up,
Oh
up.
no. Go. Why aren't you going? God, that makes me so nervous.
You got a Toro. You got to get his attention first.
Toro,
Once he goes
Toro.
like, and like his eyes
Yeah.
like slant like that, that's when you know he's gonna charge. Otherwise, he'll just
He whiskers.
yeah, he whiskers until he sees you. Then he's just like a human.
I was gonna say if Wesker had a gut like Vixie, he'd be that blob.
Aw. The babies.
I like that sometimes when Wesky is sleeping, I can pet him and he doesn't like
Oh my god.
jump like I just murdered his whole
scare
family.
the shit out
And
of
then
him.
other times I like, oh my god, I think I killed the dog. And he's just like, oh my god.
You almost killed me.
Yeah, like, come on, right now. See, he's not jumping, like his little eyes
Yeah.
open up, so he knows that I'm petting him. But we were just loving all over the cat, so I wanted to give Wesky some love too.
Aw. The babies. So I've probably asked this question before, but are there any games you've seen that you'd want to play on your own time? But that even though you've seen it, you'd be like, maybe I'd play it myself.
Definitely Paper Mario Origami King.
Of course.
I think it's because I really enjoy the characters. I really like the plot. I really enjoyed the aesthetic.
You knew the puzzles better than I did.
And I think that's another big thing. It's like it's such a nice mix of different types of games. Like this one is a puzzle game, but it's like almost overwhelmingly so. The puzzles don't necessarily seem I don't want to say fair.
That didn't crush him.
Ah!
It's still moving.
Hey, get this off me. Pardon me,
I
little
feel
boy.
like that's what Luna would look like if
Is
I put
this your anvil?
if I put like a bow on her. But like the puzzles seem almost like something I wouldn't be able to figure out before getting too angry.
I mean, same with me. I get angry, but I still like, well, let's find the solution to the damn puzzle.
Whereas like when you get angry at that kind of stuff, that fuels you to do it more, to find the answer. Whereas I'm like,
to an extent. So
whereas
like,
I'm kind of like, what's the point? Like when I reach the what's the point, that's how I know like I'm done for the day.
Because like the day where I fought the bird boss and I died and I stopped the recording and I came downstairs and I said, I'm not having fun.
Yeah.
Like I didn't continue. I waited another day and then tried again.
You hit that point much later than I hit that point of like, yeah.
The bean disappeared. So we gotta do this shit. No, Blob.
Yum.
Wait for it, Blob.
Yum.
Blob is like a dog that like purposely gets tricks wrong.
Yeah, so he can get more treats.
You're like, oh, you did a trick. It wasn't the trick I wanted, so here's a treat. But try this treat. Try this trick.
Yep.
Try this trick.
He's like, nah, I'm good. But yeah, Paper Mario, I think it has more of the type of puzzle that I like to do.
Because it's a legit puzzle.
Yeah. Yeah, like
Spin this around until
actual
it forms a
puzzle.
picture.
But even like some of the other types of puzzles, like they're ones that I more so enjoy to do. I don't like here that like you have to do like the doppelganger, but you have to ram into a wall so many times because like he won't do what you need him to do. Like I don't like that.
Okay.
I don't like that it's a lot of just chance. You just happen to get it right. Yeah. See, just like what you're doing now, you have to like run into the wall so many times to like get to the same side.
Yep. And I have to have someone stand on that switch. Shit. And the rock just broke. So now we wait for the rock and we do this all over again.
See, and I just don't like that. I don't like that aspect. Because it's like you figured out what you have to do.
Yes.
But then, like, by chance, the rock breaks. Now you have to do it again. Like, you already did it. You already succeeded in what you had to do.
Yeah.
So, like, it's frustrating.
I got clipped.
Example A. I don't want to die.
All right. So we established Blob, no. Paper Mario, yes.
Yes.
Any others?
Trying to think of what other games we've played.
Surprisingly enough, we're like
a
little over 20 games
I mean, we've played a lot of games.
This is the most playthroughs I've done in like
I'm
ever
just
on
trying
YouTube.
to like actively remember because there are so many of them that it's just like, okay, what ones have we played?
And like, it's also more exciting because a lot of these games I've beaten for like the first or second time.
Yeah.
It's not games that I used to play annually or games that I played a lot where it's just like, dude, you're playing Magical Quest again. I'm like, I like the game, but you've beaten it like 10 times. Well, here's 11.
Yeah. Whereas like I feel like I know the games that I don't want to play better than the games that I do. Like, I know I don't necessarily want to play Partners in Time. Not because I didn't enjoy it. Like, I did really enjoy the game. But I feel like I would really struggle with the controls since it's like each character has a button instead of each button doing a feature. And I feel like I would get very confused very easily.
Yeah.
So it's not that I didn't like the game or anything. I just feel like I wouldn't do well with the controls.
Okay.
I know I don't want to play Shantae.
Yeah.
At least that Shantae. I know that they are different later on, I believe. I don't know if like the characterizations are different or if it's just the aesthetics are different.
I've only played one other Shantae game and it was like a little more tame, but that's also like my memory, so don't quote me on that. I would definitely revisit it and be like the final judge to be like, yeah, honey, we're not playing that.
Yeah.
Or, okay, that wasn't as bad.
And again, I might change my mind when I grow up more. You know, I don't know. So, I think those two are really the main ones that I'm like, I got you. And this one, of course, just because I feel like I would be very angry. But, like, I tried to play The Last Story. Even though I'm enjoying it more now, I still don't think I would do well because the fights still are very confusing to me. but I do enjoy the story a lot more now than I did.
Again, it's fine. There's plenty more games to cover. Like, even though I'm proud of the number of games that, like, we've
Oh
completed.
my god, you have like
There's
more
so
than 500 physical games. That's not even including the like
the digitals.
that you have. So
'Cause
we're
I
not
just
going to run
recently
out
got
anytime soon.
Ys Origin.
Yes.
And I was just like, oh, that's pretty.
Here I was thinking I only had to take one more picture of a Pokemon and then make some progress on Yoshi's Woolly World, and then I could treat myself to Ys 9. Turns out there's a whole nother goddamn section
Yeah.
of Pokemon Snap.
I forgot about that part. Because you were just like, well, what do I do now? I'm like, what do you mean? You go to the rainbow. And you were just like, no, he said something about, like, the sign. And I was like,
I was like, no, there's a secret switch that I have to
right.
find. And I was like, well, where the fuck am I supposed to find a goddamn switch? And then it was like the last level that I did, there was a button, and I couldn't figure out how to press the button. So you were looking it up for me, and then he was like, oh yeah, you have to take pictures of landmarks now
here, boy.
that you think look like Pokemon.
This thing's about as stubborn as Wesker. Here,
Yeah,
come on,
it's
get the
good.
boy. Get the boy.
My bacon.
There we go.
That's what Wesky looks like when Luna tries to sniff his bacon.
Oh my god. I love how I'll plop something in his bowl, and like he doesn't care until the cat's like, oh, what's this? Then he's like, hey,
Oh my god.
that was mine.
The funniest one though, I think it was egg. You threw a piece of egg in his bowl. And Luna's not gonna eat it. She doesn't really eat a ton of people food unless like she's in a mood.
At most, she'll lick it.
Yeah, like
I've never
she
seen her
does that a
eat
lot with
people
like
food.
ice cream. She wants to sniff and look at the ice cream.
Cheese stick.
Yeah, but like for the most part, she'll just sniff. And she went to sniff right as he rounded the corner to look at his bowls, and he just had the deepest, most sorrowful sigh that I've ever heard from a dog. And I was just like, this dog is done. He is so tired of sharing his bowls.
Baby boy. Now what the hell's going on here?
The only food that he doesn't inspect is pancakes.
Yeah, that's weird.
I love it. I think it's so funny. Try to give him a piece of chicken and he inspects it before he'll eat it. Not pancakes.
Well, baby boy.
Dog loves pancakes.
I really want to use like the backgrounds, like how there's like all these like souls and peoples and
Yeah,
stuff like that for
those are
like
really
the
cool.
architecture. I definitely want to use that in like maybe parchment or something. Because like we have the one where we're like doing like the water of like
Yeah.
the baby's faces and stuff like that. I was thinking something like that to like get in the picture in my mind to visualize. I was thinking that's what it would be. Blob, what in God's... Blob, the bean is right there. Why are you ricocheting off the wall?
Oh boy, I'm on Ritalin! I know.
The Ritalin kicked in.
It's just even funnier because he jumps and he has like this big fucking smile on his face.
What's that from?
Oh boy, the Ritalin kicked in.
I don't remember. It was a
forget which
playthrough we
playthrough.
did,
I know.
but
There's certain gags where I just know
I
immediately
think it was
what
Partners
it's
in
from.
Time.
Oh boy, the Ritalin kicked in. Okay. Yeah, there's gags we got where I'm just like, did it not occur to you? I'm like,
Yeah,
I am
like-
Setsuna.
Shiny boots, shiny boots.
Mario.
Paper Mario, the Origami King.
Babies.
Mario and Luigi, Partners in Time.
Yeah.
For Eddie.
For Eddie.
Trials of Mana.
I lost my shit.
Oh, jeez. Here we go. And there's my last chest. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I will be exiting stage left. Yay. All right. So now, of course, you're going to add one more puzzle before I can complete the level.
Yeah.
Of course you are. Why wouldn't you?
See, I think one thing that makes the background of like Bones and Souls and stuff easier is they are blobs.
Okay.
It's the trees.
Okay.
outside. We don't have any lights on in right now.
Okay. I was just wondering what the flash was. I was like, power outage?
No, it's the tree out front.
Please,
The like branches are swaying and it blocks out the sun.
Okay.
I
So
did
that's
the
what's
same thing.
happening.
I was like, why are the lights flickering? And then I was like, we don't have any lights on.
I was like, this is an old house.
And then I was like, did I blink? I didn't blink.
Come on, Blob. Old buddy, old pal.
Whoa.
Now we just gotta... come on, get on the goddamn switch. Oh, shit. Shit. Well, while I struggle to find this, let's beat another topic into glue. Well, I will say, of all the games that you've played that I've yet to do a playthrough of, I think I'm going to tackle each one. I think what I have left is Yoshi's Woolly World,
Yes.
Ys, Lacrimosa of Donna,
Yes.
and The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. I think that's it. I
Yes.
think all the other ones... Because, like, all the other ones you've started, so, like, I could do a playthrough of those, like Metroid Zero Mission, Castlevania
See,
Circle of the Moon.
The ones I do want to
Little
continue
Nightmares.
Castlevania. Again, I think I got frustrated and then I just started playing Ys and I just didn't go back because of that. Like when it was like, oh, okay, time to play a game. Like I wanted to play Ys. I didn't want to play something else.
Well, like, I was playing Ys, and I took off for a bit. I was, like, 8 videos in, and you were just like, hey, don't catch up to me. And I stopped.
Yeah.
I was just like, I
I was like,
play it
'cause
until you finish
I was like,
the
because
game.
this bitch is gonna play it until it's done, and I'm not done yet.
2 years later, I got the true ending. Yay! You did it. You got the true ending of a game.
Yeah.
Which is interesting
It was
because,
worth
like,
it.
yeah. It was a game that you could have completed a lot sooner by just doing the regular ending. But
Yeah.
I told you about the true ending, and you're just
So I
like,
did some
yeah,
grinding.
I'm gonna go
and-
for it.
Well, mainly
Because
because
you were already
like
doing most of the side quests anyway.
yeah. Well, I was like, well, what's the difference? Is it just like an extra boss battle, or because if it was just like an extra boss battle,
Which it
I-
was.
I would have been like, meh. But you were like, oh, well, like, and the regular ending, he just leaves.
Yes.
And I was like, okay. And then you said with like the true ending, you get to see like the rest of the characters, like what happens to the rest of the characters. And it's like, I've fallen in love with them. Like, I can't just be like, okay, bye. Like, you know, does Sahad ever get to see his daughter again? Like, does Aloxia find her dad? Like, you know, I wanted to know those things because I've spent so much time with the characters and I was really invested in the characters. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just do some grinds and...
Did Hummel ever deliver that last package?
He did. He did.
That's the real factor I wanted to know.
So, you know, just getting to see, like, the rest of the characters, and it was really cute. I was glad that I did the extra stuff.
Speaking of extra stuff, well, we've been through all the challenge levels up to this point. Might as well see it through. What could the next challenge level be? Because now we're, like, completing this giant stained glass window. So, like,
Oh, Lord.
each time we complete a stage, it's going to fill out more of the stained glass window.
Okay.
So, here's our next challenge.
Here we go.
Alrighty. Blob, that reminds me of Wesker. Good way to start. Come on.
Wesky.
Don't drop it on the boy, I swear to God. Oh, thank you. Oh, he's mad.
He mad.
Hurry, I don't want him to come down here.
Oh, too late.
Maybe I... Oh, phew, okay. All right. Have an idea.
You jump on the rock and now it has a crack in it.
Well, we don't want the rock to... Maybe we do. Hang on.
Oh, my bacon.
Nope.
Hang on. Now he's going that way, that way, that way. Okay. Blob. Ha 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 ha. I got a trap for him. Now it feels like Monster Hunter.
Eh.
I don't know, I've never played Monster Hunter, but apparently you legit have to like set
Oh.
traps for like dragons and dinosaurs and stuff. Or we could do that. Or to save on postage, I could just poison him with this. But nah, Monster Hunter is a series that I really want to get into. It just sounds very intimidating. Because you go around your village, you grab these slips, and it's just like, wanted monster. Monster needs hunted. Okay. You go out, you study its movements, you see its behavior. It's just like, okay, so it's going to drink, it's going to go here. You set the trap, you fight the monster however you want to fight it. You kill the monster, you get rewarded with gold, and you can also use its hide to carve armor to fight more monsters.
Okay.
And like the monster designs are really goddamn cool. We got dragons, we got wyverns, we got sea monsters. We got a leviathan. We got like giant saber-toothed tigers, dinosaurs.
So I just
Like
finished.
it looks cool as shit, and it has multiplayer
Ooh.
and online.
I just finished reading a book. I have to go to my Goodreads to pull it up because it has a very long title.
Oh, the mouthful.
Yes.
Alrighty.
Okay, it's called The Utterly Uninteresting and Unadventurous Tales of Fred the Vampire Accountant, written by Drew Hayes. So, in this book, the like big bad of supernatural creatures is the dragon. And they're trying to find a lost friend, and they end up going to like another type of big bad who's a shapeshifter, and they describe him as really intimidating, very, very serious. And when he finds out the name of the person that's missing, he's like, fine, I will help, mainly because someone very important to me is close to this same person, and I take it as like a personal offense that they've been kidnapped. So he goes to help, and he like opens up this door, and it turns out it's his like 5-year-old daughter. And she's sitting at the table, and there's a little boy with her, and they're both like coloring at the table, like coloring in coloring books. And he tells his daughter like, go wash up, I'll tuck you into bed.
Okay.
And he looks at like all the people because she was giving him a hard time. And he was like, oh, you know, she's at that age. And the little boy starts chuckling, and it like throws everyone off. And then he like answers in like this deep man voice.
Oh.
And it turns out that he's a dragon. And he's like the king dragon of that area.
Oh, cool.
But he's trapped in a 7-year-old boy's body.
Is this the same author that wrote like the one with like the demon chicken?
No.
Okay.
No.
It sounds similar. Just like the premise and the absurdity.
I think if you like one, you would really like the other. So, like,
Okay.
if you liked
They seem similar in tone.
Bone and Nettle, which is the one with the demon chicken, then you would really
Bone
like
and
this.
what?
Bone and Nettle?
Nettle?
Like nettles.
Oh, nettle. Got it. Okay. At first I thought it was bone and metal. And then
Nettle.
got it.
Like the plant. Nettles.
Okay.
Which is another really good book. It has a chicken possessed by a demon. I would die for that chicken. She's so precarious. I don't know. It's just, I enjoyed it.
What is it with you and dying for bird characters?
I don't know.
I die for
I
Gale.
really
I
like.
die for little Pero.
I really like the little bird characters. I don't know what it is. I think it's because like I have a like new interest in birds.
Okay.
Like I used to not really care so much about birds.
Right.
And it sounds silly, but it's like my mom was really into bird watching, so I think after she had
Okay.
passed away, it was like
Transferred.
transferred, but it made me feel
Sparked
closer.
something. Oh,
like
okay.
because she used to look at the birds outside in the backyard and just like watch them, and it was just like a way for me to feel closer to her, to like watch the birds. And then it just so happened that I enjoyed it, and I was like, oh, that bird's really pretty.
Aw.
And I ended up getting a bird book to see what types of birds we had.
You know,
And now I
I
just
may really dislike the
find that I
puzzles
like
where you
birds.
have to use Blob, but I really hate the puzzles where you gotta use Blob and the bad guy.
yeah.
Because now I got 2 of these guys that I had to be like, get on your switch. Come on, Blob. Do your
Blob,
part.
go to the jelly bean.
Get down there with the jelly bean. Ugh. There we go. All right, there's the hole. And now we're gonna try to throw the bean through the hole.
Ah,
Come on. There we go. Now, Blob, We're gonna call you, and you're gonna go down. All right.
Adderall.
We're gonna do this correctly in the next part. Everybody get your shit together when I see you in the next episode. God damn it.
Toodles.